The grit from the cemetery was still packed beneath my fingernails when I tried to unlock the front door. The key wouldn't budge. Not stuck, replaced. Behind me, a moving truck rumbled like it was waiting for a cue. Then she appeared, my mother-in-law, draped in mourning clothes she didn't deserve. Her arms folded across her chest as she looked me over, not like a person, but like a mess she planned to wipe away. "Don't waste your time," she said. "My son built this house. Everything here belongs to us. Leave." I let out a short, dry laugh that made her blink. She thought she was delivering a final blow. She didn't realize the entire game had been decided long before she ever stepped onto my porch. She never truly knew the man she raised. At least, not the version he became. When I met him 8 years earlier, he still had a gentleness he'd eventually use like a blade. We were both naive, foolish enough to believe our love would outlast anything. He gave me flowers that mattered not because of price but because he'd chosen them with intention. Notes written by hand. Promises murmured against my skin. I trusted every one. Even when his warmth cooled. Even when he came home smelling like another woman's perfume. Even when he shielded his phone with a secrecy he once mocked in others. It wasn't a single warning sign. It was dozens, quiet and steady, piling up while I clung to the memory of who he had been instead of the stranger he became. The shattering moment arrived on an ordinary Tuesday, Betrayal's favorite kind of day. He left his laptop open on the kitchen counter, something he never did. A message notification slid across the screen. Did she fall for it? "Once she's out, we can redo the place. Mom wants the downstairs bathroom first." I didn't gasp. I didn't scream. I simply breathed, slowly, deliberately, and something fundamental inside me settled into place. I didn't confront him. Not then. Not in the way he assumed I would. Silence is a sharp instrument when used correctly. Grief is loud, but betrayal thrives in quiet, and quiet is perfect for strategizing. I combed through our finances. The mortgage he swore he took care of, actually in my name alone. The house he claimed he built, funded mostly with the inheritance my grandmother left me. His debts hidden poorly. I hired a lawyer. I hired a private investigator. They weren't interested in tears, only facts and orders. I collected everything, every lie, every transfer, every late-night message, every hotel receipt, every secret he thought he'd buried. And I prepared. Then he got sick. Fast. Brutally. He asked me to help him, to stay close, to forgive him, though he never said what for. He clung to me like I was all he had left. I played the devoted spouse because true revenge requires patience. 3 weeks before he died, he signed the documents I slid in front of him. The updated will, the asset transfers, the medical directives. He was too exhausted to read them. Too trusting of the woman he underestimated. He left everything to me. Every last thing. His mother never bothered to read the obituary listing me as executor and sole beneficiary. She paraded herself at the funeral dripping with self-assurance she hadn't earned. And now here she was, claiming what she believed belonged to her. I stepped closer, letting her see the steel behind my calm. "You think he left this place to you?" I asked softly. She smirked. "Of course. He told me everything." "Fascinating," I said. "Considering he left you absolutely nothing." A tiny crack broke across her expression. I pulled an envelope from my coat and placed it in her hands like handing over a sharpened blade. The will. The deed. His shaky, but legally valid, signature. "This house," I said, "is mine." Her face drained as she scanned the papers, mouth opening and closing like she couldn't remember how to speak. Then I added the final twist. "And since you changed the locks, I've already called the police. They'll classify this as attempted illegal eviction and trespassing. Everything you brought inside? Legally abandoned property. Which means it's mine too." I walked past her, unlocked the door with the new key the locksmith had given me earlier, and stepped inside. Behind me her voice cracked into a raw, furious sound. I didn't turn back. Now I sit in the stillness of my living room, the house cooling around me like a truth returning to its rightful place. I'm not mourning anymore. Some stories end in loss. Mine ends in justice, carefully built, quietly executed, shaped by my own hands.